Hey there, homesteaders. It's Susie here at the Camacho Homestead, and I just wanted to give you a little update on how we're repurposing some of the things in our yard. Got this lovely backyard with grass, but we wanted to make a garden, so we dug it up. Dug that up last year. We'll redig it again, and that's halfway through the digging up process. And as we dig in this native soil, we get boulders. Lots of boulders, rocks, lots of rocks. We live in Rockwood, and when we built the shed, well, when we moved in, this entire back corner was filled like 1.5 feet high with just a giant rock pile. So when we built the shed, we shoved some of them underneath the shed. But we still had some left over, and so Kevin had this great idea to make a rock wall garden planter. And these are all rocks and boulders that we took out of our soil. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what that looked like. It's pretty simple. It also doubles as a kind of doggy fence for ours and our neighbors' doggies. And I planted some native species. I got these sword fern out of the forest legally, and I got this little bleeding heart, which is a native species, and I'm going to plant something else in here eventually. This is probably not native, but it's a nice creeper. So what he did was he just set some the base layer down and then set the other layer on top, just like a dry stack. And as he went up, he filled the inside with just dirt and soil to kind of help prevent it from shifting around. And then he also mortared it, just the crevices from the inside. And then once the inside was kind of set, he went back to the outside, and then he just chinked in all these cracks in between here. But then that made a mess over the rock because when the mortar would get wet, like when you try to wash it off, it would just run down the sides of the rock. And so then he had to go back and scrub it off with vinegar and like a bristle brush to get all this limey, white stuff off. But now it looks real nice, and it'll last a long time. So that's just one idea that you can repurpose. If you have a bunch of rocks in your garden like we do, you can make a nice little rock garden planter. But Suze, you say, I've got a bunch of small rocks. I can't make a gigantic garden planter out of all these small rocks. Guess what? We had a bunch of small rocks too. And this is what we did with them. This is our neighbor's side yard, and that's pretty much what ours looked like, which was nothing, in a general state of disarray. And we took all the rocks from that garden, literally combed through it with a rake, and made this little not retaining wall, I don't know, just a little rock drainage out from the foundation. And I did that all around the house, the entire perimeter, last year. Every single one of these rocks, every single one, I picked by hand from our yard. That's right. There you have 2 possible rock projects if you have a plethora, an abundance, an overabundance of rocks like we do. And then you get a really nice garden out of it if you're willing to put in the work. I hope that helps you, homesteaders. Good luck. See you next time.